Welcome, my name is Anton from Code and Success, and I want to talk about something very important. Lots of people waste many years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. They spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on some useless degrees from the universities just to work then as a simple software developer. And in my opinion, that's a very sad waste of time, energy and money. And I believe now, after I worked already for more than 5 years as a software developer, currently as a freelance software developer, and my opinion now is that you don't really need a degree to work as a software developer. You have to think about how the employer, how the company thinks about programmers. For example, I want to build a cool website. For that, I need a developer because I'm busy with other things. And I will not care about which university he has gone to. No, I will care about what is his motivation. Does he only work because his parents want him to work and he doesn't really care about programming? Or does he really burn for that? Does he have the desire? I will care about what skills does he have? Is he reliable? Is his personality good and professional? Or will he start lying and not keep his word? Those things are red flags which I will keep away from. And if I see that person, he has already built several projects, he can show them to me, he can explain his code, and he doesn't have a degree, but he seems pleasant to work with, of course I will give him a chance. This is for me very clear. But most big companies will not think like this because they have very fixed process with the HR, with the university degrees. But there's tons of smaller companies and they don't have these strange rules. They will just care about, can you really program? Do you know what you're talking about? Are you confident? And do you have already some kind of experience? And if yes, all the doors are open for you. And I have made for you 5 steps. And if you do them, you can become a backend developer in less than 6 months. This I will tell you. And we will start with step number 1. You need to learn a backend language. Now, backend simply means the program in the background that you don't see, the things, the servers, the databases, the communication between them. That is all the backend. And for that we have hundreds of cool languages, but we will focus on reliable ones which have been around for a long time and which are used by many companies because you want to find a job. And for that you need to learn something which is also used. Now we have 3 options: Java, Node.js and C#. Especially Java and C# because they have been around the longest. Node.js is cool but a bit modern and not that many companies use it currently. I would focus on Java, which has been around for the longest and which is reliable, and big and small companies use it until today. What does learning a language consist of? It means all the basics. If you compare all the languages, their concepts are all the same. They then have some kind of differences, but more or less in the end all the code that we write in the different languages gets converted to bytecode, to code that only the computer, like the 0 and the 1s, will understand. So it doesn't really matter. What matters is you learn the concepts of the language and then you can much easier change the language. You don't have to be stuck with a language once you don't like it anymore after some years. I recommend learn Java. This is reliable. This is never a bad choice. Now, what do you need to learn? You need to learn about variables, about if, else, switch case, about loops, for each, while, about object-oriented development and all the things that you will find then around them. Now, how do you learn them? You have 3 options. You can learn from YouTube, you can learn from Udemy, or you learn from a book. All 3 options are fine. To learn from a book is okay. You will learn the most in theory. You will learn about all the concepts, about the fine details of the language, which will help you to understand it. And I recommend you should always get a book, but not learn 100% from the book, because the examples from the book, they oftentimes don't work or they might be a little bit boring. But a book is good to understand why it works. What I recommend is go to Udemy, or you can learn also from YouTube. YouTube is a great source because everything is free. Maybe you don't have much money, maybe you live in a poor country, that's all fine. And then you can already get a cool 10-15 hours course about Java or C# from the YouTube for free and learn high quality content by yourself. This is good, this is cool, not bad. Best option in my opinion is learn from Udemy. Udemy is a cool site where you can get high quality courses which can be from 10 to 40 hours long, where you can learn a topic really in detail, and you only have to pay usually around $15. So I think the value which you get for the cost is very good. It's a very good return on investment. And what you do, but if you don't have the money, if you don't want to spend it, YouTube will be fine. But if you really want to do it the best way, go to Udemy, type in Java full course for beginners, and there you will see the outline from the course. And then you simply pick the one that sounds the best, which has the best reviews, and start learning from it. You start to learn all the details, and please don't only watch it. Of course, follow the examples. It means program along and use your head and try to understand why does this code which I just wrote work, and what else can I do? Just play around with it, experiment. And to learn the language you should use from 2 to 3 months. Step number 2, learn SQL and databases. Now, what's those funny letters? In programming we have many big words which we just like to shorten down, like SQL simply means structured query language, and it is the number one or the only standard language to communicate with databases. And if you're a backend developer, you have to learn it. You will not get around it. And it's not that hard as learning a programming language. It's just about communicating with the database, like create a table. Please fetch me this data. I need exactly this data from these tables. I need to put this data in these tables in the database, like stuff like that. A database, you most likely know already what it is. It's simply a box, a virtual box where you can set drawers or tables, and there you can just put information inside. For example, you have a user management tool, you then have a database called user management, and there you have several tables like table user, table customer, table chef, boss, table whatever else. And do the same thing here. You don't even need a book, but it will not be bad for you. You can learn this simply from YouTube or from Udemy. I would even suggest learning from YouTube because databases and SQL are much easier to learn. This should take you between 2 or 4 weeks. Number 3, build projects. This step is the most important because here you will learn the most. Now you learned so much theory. You've written so much code, you have so many tools now to use from, but you don't know what to do. And now the step is, and you may be not confident, and this is very normal because you did not really use it yet. And for that, you will now build several projects. I can name you some, but best thing is you go to Google and type in beginner backend project ideas. And there you will find hundreds of very cool ideas to choose from. A user management app, a login or register, a simple social media tool, a to-do app, a dating site, or a restaurant. Like you see lots of cool things to choose from. Just pick the ones that interest you the most. Maybe start with something easy and then gradually you go up and up. And there you can implement all your backend skills. You can implement APIs. You can implement a database and the communication between them. And there you will finally understand how it is done. You will have many problems. You will have many moments where you don't know what to do, and then you can start to think. Then you can learn. Then you can ask Stack Overflow. You can ask ChatGPT. And these are the moments where you will learn the most. Build projects. At least build 5 projects. Spend the most time doing that because this is the 95% which will give you the most experience. Learning from books or watching a video is good for the concept, but you only learn the things once you implement them. And that's why you need to build projects. Spend at least 3 months doing that, and you will see you will become confident. Number 4. Learn Git. Now you have built several cool projects, several months have passed, and for that I want to congratulate you. You have done already very much and I'm proud of you. But you have built many cool tools, a restaurant app, to-do app, and many other cool things which you can write in the comments. And now you want to show them off. And for that you need to use Git. Git is the universal tool to document your code, to publish it on the internet and to share with others. And this is just a very basic explanation of it. I suggest you just Google it and just watch a simple YouTube video about it, and there you will see the uses of it. You can make different branches. You have a project and now you can work with your friends and build different features at the same time. Like for that you use Git. Git is simply the tool, and the online tool tool or the website where you can store your code. There we have the two favorites, GitHub and GitLab. I recommend GitLab. It is somehow easier and more intuitive to use, but it doesn't matter which one you choose from. They're more or less the same. And now you have your 5 projects or even more, and now you just simply publish them and you show off you have beautiful structured code. You use very beautiful names for your variables and your functions and your classes, and it is simply good code that you can show to the companies. Alright, simply publish those things and now you have a very cool GitHub or GitLab profile which you can show off. You can learn these skills simply from a 1-hour YouTube video. This will be fine in the beginning. It's more or less always the same things. Publish code, make a branch, pull the code and share it with some other people. Of course, Git is a very big topic, but you only need a very small part of it for the most time. So don't focus on learning the whole language, just spend a week or 2 learning it, you will be fine. Number 5. Build a CV and apply. Now build a simple CV where you show my name is Tim Thomas, whatever. You show all the projects that you have worked on. I know they are not customer projects, but they're still projects, and you simply type in the skills that you have used, the technologies, the logic behind them, so the employers will see, aha, this person already worked with PostgreSQL, with the databases, with the API, and he used the different classes and objects from Java, and he will think, oh, this is a very good candidate. And you simply make a very good CV. Better write more than less. Don't focus on making it very short. The people want to understand who you are and what you can do, so write more. In your soft skills, tell them somehow that you have a desire, that you have the hot flame inside you that you want to learn, that you're not just some lazy bum at home. No, you want to become a software developer. Show that. Show that you want to learn, that you are a fast, quick learner with a big desire. And now you can start applying. You have your GitHub profile also in your CV, and now you send it to hundreds of companies. I suggest you focus on the small companies, because the big companies most likely will have rules about you have to have a bachelor degree, a master's degree, or maybe they don't even want to take in junior developers, like people with no experience. That's fine. There's millions of small companies which will be happy to take you in. And your goal in the beginning is not to have a big salary, to have the coolest company to work with Google or whoever else. No, your goal in the first few years is to learn as much as possible. And now the good thing about small companies is you will learn the most. Because of big companies you have big teams, and there you will get less tasks, or tasks which will be easier and take less time. And I experienced this myself, the people at the small companies, they usually know the most. So spend the first 3 to 5 years, something like that, just to learn, and then all doors will be open for you. This is all you have to do. You can do it in 6 months. I wish you all the best. If you have questions, let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe and watch my other videos. See you next time.